Welcome back, my minions, to another episode of the Impact Review Show. I'm your leader, G Banks, and today we'll be recapping the episode that aired on the 18th of January 2018. Before I kick things off, I'd just like to say that Knockout Fiona couldn't join me today because I had her running some important errands for me. So I'll be doing this show with, guess who? You know it, Rick himself. How's it going, Stooge? Hi, George. How's it going? How's it been? Yeah, I've been good. How you been? Yeah, not too bad. Can I just say you look extra good today? Well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the compliments.
We have promised change. The revolution is dead. The cult will be dismantled. We are one. We are many. You will know us by the message we bring. Next week.
Anyway, can we get to the show? Of course, let's do it. Anyway, so we kick off the night with a title shot, an X Division title shot against Desmond Xavier versus Ishimori, who's actually the current title holder at the moment. So I think this is the first time we've seen these two match up with each other. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we have seen them in one match. I'm not too sure in the X Division, promotion match, whatever. But yeah, we go on to the night with them two, starting off the night. So usually I'm not a big fan of X Division, but this match had it all. There was high flying, there was some great spots, some great chemistry, and it wasn't a highlight reel, believe it or not. So it wasn't all flippy stuff. There was actually a match involved in this. One big highlight I want to point out was when Desmond Xavier jumped from inside of the ring to the outside barricades where the fans are onto Ishimori and landing straight on top of him. It was actually quite crazy. I think Ishimori cut his head open when that happened. It's pretty crazy, wasn't it, Stooge? Oh, it was unbelievable. I can't believe it. It was enough out of you. Anyway, so yeah, we saw that and that was we thought that couldn't top anything up, but then no, the boys decided they wanted to, outdo themselves by just putting on a spectacular performance each side. At the end, Ishimori got the W with his 450 frog splash from the top ropes, of course, and he retains his title. But all in all, a great match and a great way to start the show. Yeah. So when we move on to the promo of the first night, it's a promo wrapping up the rivalry between LAX and OVE that's been happening for the month or so. Just showing all how OVE won the titles and LAX got them back. So, and then LAX issuing out OVE in a barbed wire massacre match. So we'll be seeing that tonight. Apparently it was that gruesome they couldn't even air it. I say the more gruesome the better. Am I right? Yeah, definitely. Anyway, we go on to another promo. Mind you, folks, this is a promo heavy show. Again, it's just showing the barbed wire massacre match that's on tonight. But also we got a quick promo of Daddy MMA again. I love when Daddy MMA comes on. He's always fun to watch. Anyway, he's just shitting on wrestling as always, telling it how it is, saying that MMA is always going to be better than wrestling. You put your best guys against us, and we still managed to take them down. So the usual. We go to our flashback moment of the week. Well, it wasn't really a flashback because it was only like a year ago, but whatever. So, yeah, it was Eddie Edwards versus Aaron Rex, believe it or not. Remember him? What a disaster that was. Anyway, so yeah, it was a Grand Championship match for Bound for Glory that year. I think they showed us a bit of the first round, which went to Eddie Edwards. Then they showed the second round, went to Aaron Rex. Then the third, and as you know, they went to the third round. Both men actually had a great performance. But what I really want to point out was how miserably Aaron Rex's career failed. Not in a bad way, in like a, he went from WWE to Impact and You know, he had all this potential, and they just gave him two crappy characters, and he just couldn't make them work. It's a shame because the dude had potential. I was definitely a fan. What about you? What did you think, Stooge? Oh, I love Aaron Rex from day one. I've always been a fanboy. I know that, but I'm just trying to see why he didn't succeed in his wrestling career. It's just, you know, some people just don't have it like others, like myself, of course. Anyway, we cut to another promo after the match with EC3 versus Matt Sydal. This is for next week at Genesis, I believe. The match between them. It's a grand title match, but with no, you know, the normal stipulations that the grand title match holds. So, like, you know, judges, rounds, and stuff. It's just going to be a classic match. And you know what? As much as I love EC3, I'm looking forward to it because I really want to see this title defended, you know, the classic way. And then EC3 can put it over him again when, you know, Matt Sydal chokes, because let's just face it, the guy's a choke artist. uh, anyway, we cut to a backstage interview with Ali. She's interviewed by our famous interview bot, as always. Ali's just practically saying how she thinks she deserves a chance. You know, she's done with everyone pushing her over, especially Laurel. You know, Laurel's been the bully since day one, which I personally haven't seen myself, so I don't know what Ali's going on about. But yeah, she wants her redemption, and next week on Genesis we might see their matchup. Anyway, so next we have the second match of the night. Yes, believe it or not, this is the second match of the night. It's Prince Chris Angel, or I should say Jimmy Jacobs, Princess Jimmy Jacobs, and his monster Congo Kong versus the newcomer, the 1-0, Chandler Parks, and he's also accompanied, as always, by Joseph Parks. Let's just face it, this match was a straight blowover. Congo Kong destroys Chandler, unfortunately. It was chaotic, but it was fun to watch. I don't even think Chandler got some offense in, even if he tried. Yeah, Congo Kong was all over the dude. At the end, Congo Kong finishes him off with his power slam, and then just to, you know, rub the salt in the wound, he gives him the good old splat, ending Chandler's short wrestling career, I believe. Yeah, great match, actually, great match. All right, we go on to Detroit. Yes, Detroit is hosting BCW wrestling, but we're not watching all of BCW. We're watching the main match, and that is the freeweight title match for the Impact Heavyweight Championship. We got Johnny Impact, aka Captain Global Force, as I like to call him, versus El Patron and our current and our glorious champion Eli Drake. So yeah, this match was a great match considering the ring. Oh god, the ring. Can we just quickly talk about that ring? Oh, well, I know it was in Detroit, like, but still, you can't excuse that. Like, come on, dudes. Like, there's 3 professional wrestlers there. Give them somewhat a decent ring. Anyway, even the barbed wire ring ropes were better than the ropes that they had in Detroit. But anyway, yeah, the boys, even with the you know, disadvantage of the not having a great stable ring or rope, they still managed to put on a great performance and show class what, you know, Impact have to offer. There was some weird spots which I was confused about. They kept you know, the wrestlers weren't having it with the refs, and the refs kept trying to tangle in with the wrestlers. Eventually, this caused the wrestlers to start revolting and attacking the refs. First, they had this sweet super kick spot that was pretty funny. I gotta admit that Psycho ref definitely got what he deserved. And then the poor innocent other ref came in out of nowhere and he copped it too. But hey, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. After that, for some reason, it pissed off all the, you know, the boys at BCW, even though it's not their refs, it's Impact's referees. They came out and yeah, the match was thrown because no one won. It was interfered. And yeah, the refs were all knocked out apparently. So yeah, that was our third match of the night. We move on to our fourth match night, and we got Rosemary versus Casey Spinelli. Oh no, Spinelli. Okay, sorry. I always get her name wrong. Seems like a psycho bitch. Anyway, yeah, Rosemary and Casey Spinelli was our the only knockout match for this night tonight. Want to see some more knockout matches. I really enjoy them. Anyway, so we had Rosemary. What looked like she was all over Casey Spinelli until Spinelli found somewhat of a mojo and got some sort of offense in. You thought maybe she was mounting a comeback, but no, Rosemary ended up getting the better of her and using her mind trick and acid to get in Casey Spinelli's head, and then actually using her acid spray and actually using the Red Wedding, which got the Rosemary the W. After that, Rosemary cuts a promo, wishing Ali luck for next week in Genesis for a title shot, and that she believes in it, but also telling her that if you do win the title, no, our friendship does not stand in the way, yada yada, all that girl gossipy talk. As that's going on, this newcomer, I don't know her name, I don't know how to pronounce her name properly, I think it was Hania? Hania? I can't remember, it was something weird like that, but I gotta say, she was very impressive. Like, first time I'm seeing her, and she used some great tactical waiting, I must say. She absolutely destroyed Rosemary, and yeah, made a statement that she's out to get anyone, no matter who's in their way. Nice job, Hania. Hopefully I'll get her name right next week. But yeah, very impressive work so far. I was very impressed with her. What did you think? Well, I thought that was great use of tactical waiting. I couldn't agree more. Oh, I know, right? Isn't that right, Stooge? Yes, it's always all right. Anyway, going back into it. Can you just let me do my show? Oh, yeah, not a problem. Sorry for even interrupting. No worries, not a problem. Anyway, we go on to the final match of the night. Now, before we go on to it, there was just like a quick wrap-up promo again. Just, wrapping up the rivalry and, what happened and, Conan got burnt in the face, and there was threats, and Ova trashed LAX's house. Seems like Ova's been initiating all these problems. I feel like they deserve this. But anyway, we go on to our main event of the night. Now, I'm going to call this the Chaos event, because what I'm going to say to you or explain to you right now, or from what I got anyway, is pretty freaking chaotic. Anyway, so this match, as you know, was a barbed wired massacre match, so pretty self-explanatory. But if you don't know what that is, practically the ropes are switched out with barbed wire. Yeah, ouch, I know, right? Jesus. So, yeah, we go into the match, and it starts off slow as usual. Apparently, there's only been two, now just a quick fact, there's only been two ever barbed wired matches in Impact or TNA history, I should say. So this was the third one in its many years been around. So, yeah, we start off the match. It was pretty slow at the start. Everyone was pretty hesitant to be hit by the barbed wire. The first spot went to Homicide. He copped it a bad chest shot when he got thrown into the ropes. You could see it just getting stuck and penetrate onto his shirt and skin. Anyway, so many of that was happening. There was, the boards came out with barbed wire. There was chairs wrapped in barbed wire. There was just anywhere you could look, there was barbed wire. There was some brutal spots. I thought Homicide's neck literally got split in half when there was one spot where Sami Callihan looks like he's about to suplex him off into the board, but instead he reverse suplexed him into the, barbed wire ropes, and it was so gruesome, but so cool at the same time. One of the OVE brothers, not Sami Callihan, not Dave Chris, the other one, Blondie, I'll just call him for the sake of it. He ate shit. He literally, I think that guy's dead. I'm pretty sure I saw someone die today. But yeah, he got wrapped in barbed wire. Literally, they cut the wire, wrapped him in it, and then he copped the most brutal dead man's fisher into a board of barbed wire while he was still wrapped up. It was chaotic. The idiot had decided to wear a white shirt too. It's like, buddy, what are you thinking? You're going into a barbed wire match and you're wearing a white shirt? Of course it's going to get stained. Would your mom ever teach you that stuff? Anyway, so yeah, that happened. he ended up getting power. Oh no, he ended up spearing Ortiz onto a table. Sorry, while he was still covered in barbed wire. It was brutal. The last spot though, like this was the big highlight for me, and literally, folks, this made me cringe to the point where I was like, I actually enjoy this stuff, but I was like, this made like it made me cringe. Like that's how horrific it was. I don't think I've ever seen that in wrestling my whole life, ever. Well, not in mainstream wrestling, I should say. It was Dave, Chris, and Santana on the top of the ladder. For some reason, Santana had skewers in his hand, but like, I don't know why. But now we'll see why after what will happen. But Santana pulls his skewers out and starts smashing them over the head of Dave Chris, literally piecing his skull and giving him a freaking kebab skewer mohawk. It was horrifying. At the end, like when he did it, it looked like he was like, "Oh shit, this actually worked," because he was just like so surprised. Ugh. Anyways, he gets the big suplex while the skewers was still in his head from the top of the ladder onto the tables that were perched down on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. LAX wins the massacre, and to be honest, did they really win? Was there a winner out of this? Because to me, it seemed like everyone ate shit. Well, I think this is the end for Over. I honestly think they're over. Not the fact that, like, jokes or anything. Though, like, I think one of them's dead. Like, I'm not lying to you. I think that Blondie, I think he's honestly dead. What a night. What a night. Like, I'm still shocked. I'm perplexed. It was literally chaos at its finest, and I couldn't be more happier. And next week we have a main event, so I want to see how they top that off. Whew. Anyway, so I'm not even going to give you my match of the night. You know what my match of the night is. You can hear it from my, excitement from talking about this last match. It's definitely going to these boys. They put on a spectacular, and you know what? I was turning away, but at the same time, I just wanted more. So it was great. What was your match of the night? I actually have to agree. It doesn't matter what your match of the night is anyway. So yeah. That was this week's show of Impact Wrestling. Next week we will be back, and hopefully the Knockout Fiona will be done with her errands, so she'll be able to join me. Until next time, I've been your host, your leader, and your messiah, G Banks. Ciao.